definitely don't care what happens to her at all. I don't care. Like, everybody they tiptoe around with this social media. But what y'all don't get is that it be real consequence for y'all little flexes, y'all quick flexes for $300 that you need. It be consequence.
T's the kind of story you'd expect Tozy only in a movie, but this time it's playing out in real life. And the people at the center of it are none other than Teyana Taylor, her ex-husband Iman Shumpert, and her rumored new partner, Pierre. For months, the drama has been building like a storm that just won't go away. But no one expected it to reach this level. Iman Shumpert has now officially filed for full custody of his daughters with Teyana. And his reason? He claims Pierre is dangerous, and keeping the children in the middle of this situation puts them at risk. The news spread like wildfire, shocking fans everywhere, because every time it seemed like things were calming down, another bombshell exploded. But this one feels different. This isn't just drama, it's heavy. Custody battles aren't simply about failed relationships. They're about families being split apart, children pulled in two directions, and emotions spilling over in ways the public rarely sees. And with Iman accusing Aaron of being a danger, the story has shifted from messy love triangle drama to something far darker. People who've followed this saga from start know just how complicated this triangle has been. Teyana and Iman weren't the couple everyone rooted for. They had the love, the family, that picture-perfect moments that made fans believe in black love at its finest. But then the smiles. Cracks began to show, rumors of cheating, arguments, and clashing priorities piled up until their marriage finally fell apart. By the time Teyana was linked to actor Pierre, the split was our diplomacy, and Iman wasn't handling it well. At first, many thought his reactions were just jealousy or the pain of watching his ex move on so quickly. But this latest legal move makes it clear that his concerns have gone far beyond personal heartbreak. He's painting Aaron a real threat, not just to him, not just to Teyana, but to his children. And if there's one thing everyone knows about Iman, it's how much his daughters mean to him. Sources close to Iman claim he's been documenting every troubling moment involving Aaron for months. They say Hannah's tension between Aaron and Teyana that sometimes led to loud arguments, and while disagreements happen in a very relationship, Iman allegedly believes Aaron's temper is something that could spiral out of control, creating a risky environment for kids. That's what's driving him to go after custody. Even if it means dragging this personal storm into a courtroom where every detail will be exposed. For Teyana, this is heartbreaking. She's stuck between two men who both claim a place in her life. On one hand, she's a mother who wants to protect her daughters and keep them close. On the other, she's a woman trying to move on and build something new with Aaron. But no, the man she once loved is using her new relationship as evidence that she can't provide a safe, stable home for the girls. Can you imagine the pressure of being like this? To know that every argument or tense moment in your home could be twisted into proof against you? That's exactly what Teyana is facing right now. Leaked details of Iman's legal filing made the story even more shocking. Reports say he didn't just casually mention Aaron, he specifically labeled him as dangerous. That single word set the internet on fire. Because in a custody battle, it carries serious weight. If Iman can back it up with real evidence like police reports, witnesses, or recordings, it could change everything. But if it's just his way of lashing out at Teyana's new man, it could backfire badly in court. And this isn't just about legal papers. The whole thing has been magnified by the spotlight of fame. Fans are analyzing Instagram posts, TikTok lives, and paparazzi photos for clues. When Teyana posted a cryptic message about being tired of fighting battles I never asked for, people instantly linked it to Iman's custody move. When Aaron was spotted looking tense outside a restaurant just days after the news broke, fans assumed he already knew the storm was coming. Social media has turned into an unofficial courtroom, with fans picking sides, dissecting body language, and dragging everyone involved. The deeper question remains, does Iman really believe Aaron is dangerous, or is this a desperate attempt to regain control? Some think Iman's actions come from fear, not hate. Fear of losing his daughters, fear of being replaced in their lives, fear of seeing another man in the home he once shared. And when fear mixes with heartbreak, it can turn into anger that drives extreme decisions. Others, however, wonder if maybe Iman knows something the public doesn't. Maybe Aaron has shown sides of himself that fans don't see on red carpets or in interviews. Relationships can look perfect on the outside, but be very different behind closed doors. If Iman genuinely believes his kids aren't safe, isn't it his duty to step in? Meanwhile, Aaron himself has stayed mostly silent, which only fuels the speculation. Some fans think he's avoiding drama to protect his image. Others believe his silence is strategic, that he's waiting for the right moment to defend himself. But with Iman's accusations now public, staying quite cold work against him. In the court of public opinion, silence can start to look like guilt. As for Teyana, the emotional toll is obvious. People close to her describe her as exhausted, overwhelmed, and crushed by the way her private life has become a public circus. She loves her daughters deeply, and the thought of losing time with them is unbearable. At the same time, she's drained from always being the one holding everything together. Between Iman's public attacks, Aaron's silence, and the endless media speculation, she feels stretched so thin she could break. Fans have been reacting non-stop. Some stand firmly with Teyana, saying she serves peace and support, not conscientious. Others side with Iman, praising him for trying to protect his kids. And then there are those raising questions about Aaron, wondering if the calming actor might have a darker side. Things escalated further when reports surfaced that police had been called to Teyana's house during one of her fights with Aaron. No arrests were made, but had detail alone strengthened a man's case. He's allegedly pointing to the incident as proof that his children are in a risky environment. Imagine being in Teyana's shoes, knowing one heated night call now be used against you in court to decide if you're a fit parent. People close to Teyana insist the fight wasn't violent, just a heated argument that got blown out of proportion. Budence the police are involved, even without charges, the record exists. And that's exactly what custody lawyers love to use. Iman's team could spin it into a narrative that Aaron is unstable, that Teyana can't control her home, and Faith kids would be safer with their father. This is quickly becoming one of the most painful celebrity custody battles we've seen. It's no longer about who cheated, who moved on, or who looks good online. The stakes are much higher. This is about children's lives, the reputations of everyone involved, and how they'll be judged moving forward. Every action, every post, and every word will be analyzed, not just by fans, but by judges, lawyers, and the court. The saddest part is that the children are the ones who suffer most. They never asked to be dragged into this war. They deserve love, peace, and stability. Viewed instead, their world is being torn apart by adult choices and very public conflict. What happens next is uncertain. If Iman's custody motion gains traction, this could lead to a full trial where Teyana and Aaron's private lives are re-exposed in court, with witnesses, police records, and testimonies revealing details fans never imagined. Or the court might see Iman's claims as manipulation and rule against him. Either way, the damage is already done. Reputations are bruised, relationships are shattered, and a family unidolized is broken for the world to see. Perhaps the most painful truth is this: no matter who wins custody, this family will never be the same. Trust has been destroyed. Love has turned into doubt. What once looked like a picture-perfect family is now a public battle. Fans once rooted for Teyana and Iman now watch in disbelief as their story crumbles. The lingering question remains: was Iman right to call Aaron dangerous? Or was it just another desperate move in a bitter custody fight? And most importantly, how will Teyana survive being trapped between the man she once loved and the man she hoped to build a future with? Because when love turns into war, there are no winners, only scars that last forever.